What's up? What's up? What's up, my good people? Hey, my sugars. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. And I pray that it's starting off wonderful for you. I pray that God is giving you everything that your heart desires and everything that you hope for, and anything, whatever it takes to keep you on the right track and on the up and up. Well, I guess you all can judge by, you know what? It's so crazy because guess what? This dog did not bark until that countdown was over, and that's the honest truth. So, anywho, I was gonna say, um, you can tell by the title what this particular live is all about. It's an update, y'all, on the whole carbonation thing with Velvet and um, Solar. So, as some of you know, Alicio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, has been locked up for almost a year now. Actually, he's been locked up since April of last year, and he has been accused of the R word. Now, it's no secret what this dude is capable of. It's no secret some of the things that he's done. So, you happen to be one of very few people that don't know who Eligio, aka Nature Boy, is. He is a cult leader that has got his claim to fame by being a cult leader that has some unorthodox practices. He says that he believes in polygamy. He says that he believes on that living off the grid and living in nature and becoming one with nature and whatnot. He also says that he believes that with his consciousness, his Christ consciousness, his knowledge that he is God. This is what he teaches his followers. So, nevertheless, all of his practices and isms and schisms landed him in jail in April of last year because he is accused of the R word. Now, his idea of polygamy and the idea that other people may or may not have for polygamy is a lot different from, what you may have heard or whatever in the past. But his idea of polygamy is you take a wife, a common law wife, and she she becomes your wife by simply joining the cult. And um, I'm sorry. Sorry. Um, you join the cult and you become his wife. So upon joining the cult, you have to pay some amount of money. Everybody has to give up something. You have to give up everything. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. So when you first come in, you have to give give up. First of all, you got to give up all your earthly goods and disconnect yourself from your family and things like that. And when you first join, all of the women that first join, he, uh, for lack of better words, he's intimate with them. And also, if you come to become the wife of another member, he has the option of taking you from that member and taking you for himself. Also, he has the option of giving you to another person or placing you with whom he wants you to be with. And if he decides later on that he changes his mind and he don't want you to be with him, he wants you to be with him, he has the option of taking you back for himself again. And he can do this as many times as he wants to. Well, this has happened with these two members. Velvet at the time, when she was in the cult, her name was changed by him to Eliana. And together they had a baby, and the baby was named Eliana. Eliana is supposed to be the she name for, or the feminine pronoun for Alicia. Aww, how sweet, right? Whatever. So yeah, so he took Eliana as his wife, and Solar was one of his faithful, diligent right hand men or henchmen or whatever you want to call it. So later on, he legally married Velvet or Eliana. They got married in Las Vegas. And Solar legally married Zoka. Now again, these are their cult names. Their government names are different. These are not their government names. These are their cult names. So anyway, Solar married Zoka. And Zoka became pregnant with his child, with Solar's child. When Zoka became pregnant with Solar's child, then they all decided to go to Las Vegas. True and Sheba, who are no longer known as True and Sheba, they're going by their government names, which is Aaron and Kendra. True and Sheba got married, Zoka and Solar got married, and Eligio and Velvet got married. So once they got married in Vegas, um, Eligio decided that he wanted to have Zoka to himself again. But he kept saying that so that he could have relations with her and send her back to her husband. And her husband allowed it. Mind you, this was while she was pregnant with her husband's baby that they were going back and forth. So eventually, well, let's go back. While she was pregnant with her baby, and she was well into her pregnancy, Eligio made her partake in their shenanigans by making her drink alcohol and take in several shots. I think they said it was like 6 shots or more of strong alcohol he made her take while she was well into her pregnancy. When she went into labor, her baby was stillborn. They're speculating that was because of, allegedly, it's from fetal alcohol poison that the baby was lost. Well, after the cult broke, after Eligio went to jail, and Solar, Velvet, and all of them have now left the group, Solar began to speak, or Courtney began to speak the truth on what happened with he and Jayon, or Zoka's baby. After that, he decided that he was going to apologize for my technical difficulties. After he left the group, he decided that he was going to tell the truth, tell exactly what happened to his baby, the reason why he lost his baby, and he told that not only was Eligio having very aggressive and rough relations with his wife while she was pregnant, but he made her take alcohol shots. And in that particular cult, you don't tell Nature Boy no on anything. So she lost the baby. The baby was stillborn, and now they're no longer together, and Eligio is locked up, and Solar is no longer with the cult, and his wife decided to stay on and continue to be one of Eligio's concubines. So now, bringing it to current, it turns out that Courtney, or Solar, actually owns the rights to the name Carbonation. Okay, so he is now calling himself the chief or the CEO of Carbonation. Okay. So he decided that now, since he's the chief of carbonation, he's gonna run it his way. He's gonna do his thing. And there's nothing that anyone can tell him because he owns it. This is what he's saying. Well, you know that after Alicia was being accused of the R word, his victim that brought the accusations and Courtney became lovers. They decided to take up and have and become involved in a relationship. She had been wanting to be, well, she was one of Solar's concubines while the cult was going on anyway. She had been one of the former concubines, but Courtney's wife at the time, well, his wife, wasn't going for it. She didn't really want that to happen, and for whatever reason, they were bumping heads and this, that, and the fourth. So, Neytiri ended up leaving and coming back a few times. Well, when she left, she came back. She ended up being Alicia's wife. After things started going sour, and all of the accusations of physical abuse and things like that was going on, she decided she wanted to go. She wanted to leave. And this is when the allegations surfaced. This is when it came up. So when she left, she broke free of this demon called Sis-Lo. That's when everything, the cult started crumbling and all the other people started finally getting the balls to go. Okay? So Courtney and her stayed in a relationship for a few months. And somehow he started to mistreat her on a sly, and from what it seems, allegedly, he and Velvet, Alicia's wife, then became an island. Yeah. So it was like a little switcheroo kind of thing of what it appears to be. A little switch your fighters round and round kind of thing. So what ended up happening is Janae or Neytiri, you know, she gave her sister that she left. She went home because he was allegedly mistreating her and whatnot. And the next thing you know, after she leaves, it comes to find out that him and Velvet were in a relationship. Yeah. So they became the new chiefess of carbonation. Yeah. So they decided to resurrect this demonic cult. They decided to resurrect it against, contrary to a whole lot of popular opinions. They decided to resurrect this crew, keep the same name, and go forth with their little shenanigans. A lot of people, a lot of people were really upset with the situation because a lot of people were riding with Velvet and love her and hated to see her. You know, why would you go back to this thing? I don't care what type of situation or how it's made. I wouldn't want to turn around and, get back in the same thing that God delivered me from on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I don't want on purpose nothing like it. Listen, if God delivered me from a situation, I want to stay delivered. I don't want to get back in that mess. I just don't want to get back in. Because she was going through, he was whooping on her. Bad. And I'm not just talking about everyone. He was whooping on her often. And he was whooping on her and bad, like bad, bad. And now, it's the same soup, just a different bowl. Same dog, just a different day. Same man, different face, different skin. So now they became an idol. And, I love her. I admire what her dad did to try to get her out of the cult numerous occasions. And, I was one of those that were making phone calls and praying and sending a few dollars here and there when I could to her and to the babies or whatever to try to help her out a little bit. But I didn't agree with her and this guy taking up a relationship. But what do you do? Because she grown. She gonna do what she gonna do, right? So I didn't say anything or what have you or whatever. I just said to myself, I knew it wasn't gonna last, but I did not. All I did was pray about it. And that's all you can. You can't tell nobody what to do with their life or wrong person. And you sure can't force them to do it because all it's gonna do is make them do what they want to do just that much more. So yeah, they started taking up and she got on and made an announcement. She's like, I love who I love and can't nobody do about it. And and it came off and appeared to be a little bit boastful the way she was doing it. And it hurt a lot of people because of the way that she did it. It wasn't so much as, oh, I'm in love and this and this and don't try to take this. It was the way it came across. Because it really did come across real strong. Like, don't tell me what to do. I'm wrong. Da 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 da. If you don't like it, oh well, F all y'all everything. And that's the way it appeared. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, it kind of rubbed people the wrong way. And to be honest with you, pretty much everybody kind of had a feeling. That, okay, just give it a little while, because I think I even spoke. Just give it a little while, because it's not going to last. The man ain't got a job. He don't have anything going for himself. He just out there, giving her hopes and dreams of something that will never come to fruition. Well, guess what, y'all? As of the last couple of days or so, Villar are no longer a couple. They are no longer a couple. Okay? They are no longer together. And to top it off, she saw him for what he really was. She see him for exactly what he really is, which is nothing. A womanizing nobody. Now, not to mention, I didn't say this part. He already said that Alicia owed me. You killed my child, you owe me a child. So my thing is, I would have really been afraid to have this man around my kid anyway, because he felt like Alicia owed him a baby for killing his baby. So he felt like, listen, I'm gonna get another kid, if I gotta take yours. Now I don't know, I wouldn't know how he really meant that, but I would not have wanted him to be around my child. Period. Point blank. That's just that. You can't be around my kid when you got anger for the man that you said killed your baby. You couldn't be around my child. Because my baby ain't got nothing to do with that. Nothing. Not to mention your wife don't even want nothing to do with you. And it's no secret that if all these different women don't want nothing to do with you, something wrong with them. But I'm just glad that they are no longer together, not burning bread on nobody's relationship, but honey, listen. If you talk like a duck, walk like a duck, got feathers like a duck, and a bill like a duck, it's a dang old duck. It's a duck. And don't get mad. Because everybody don't mean you no harm. The family don't mean you no harm. The supporters don't mean you any harm. And everybody ain't wrong. You can't get mad. You cannot get mad because people are speaking their truth. You can't get mad about that. When you got online and start broadcasting your life to the world, you involve people in your life. You did it. When you got alive, and you start telling folks, listen, this is the way I live today, and this is what I'm doing, this and that and other. You invited people in your life. Nobody asked to come in. You got online on social media and became a social media personality. You invited everybody into your life. Period, point blank. So don't get mad when people get in your business like that. Especially when you keep coming back with it. Come on now. Don't get mad. And especially if people like older people like myself. I got kids older than you. With great kids darn near your age. So, don't get upset if we come to you with the truth and you don't want to hear it. We're just telling you something that we already experienced and we don't want you to have to experience. And that's all I'm saying. So, yeah. I'm glad that they are no longer together, although I hate to see her go through the stuff that she's going through. I really do. But at the same time, I'm glad that her kids don't have to be subject to that. They had enough. Well, her baby girl, thank God, didn't have to go through what the oldest one had to. Because the oldest one is actually a product of that foolishness. Baby girl was spared all of the drama that at least Bishop fought. Baby girl was spared. So God was good for sparing her life with all that drama. But baby Eliana, I really feel bad for her. I really do feel bad for that baby. Because she had to go through a whole lot. She had to see the fight. She was in her mother's arms sometimes by her father. So, yeah. But that's my thing. I just, I wish Velvet the absolute best. Because I think that she's a young person, and her family loves her. Her family cares about her. Her mom loves and cares about her. But after a certain point in time, baby, when your kids become to an age where they are old enough to make their own decisions and do their own things, you kind of have to let it go because it will drive you absolutely crazy. It will drive you crazy trying to keep up with your children. And they don't particularly listen. It will drive you nuts. I got kids, honey. And some of the stuff that they do today drive me absolutely bonkers. It drives me bonkers. And I love my children. Ain't nobody gonna take that from me. I love my kids. But honey, when I tell you sometimes they do some stuff that be making me want to go upside their head, Lordy, 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 I ain't gonna lie to you, child. I be ready to hurt them sometimes, but you know what? They grown. They grown. And like they tell me every day, Mom, you gotta take care of you. They're like, I gotta take care of you. And I have to listen to it. I don't always like it, but I gotta listen to it. So you can follow her on your own social media, and you will see yourself that she is no longer bearing the name Chiefess, Carbonation Chiefess, or anything else. She changed all of her biography and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can take a look at it for yourself and see what's going on. I'll come back with something else. We'll be talking about some other stuff later on. I just made me a little corned beef hash I'm about to eat. So I get ready for prayer service. I love you on purpose. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Later.